Yesterday we mentioned how Crispin Blunt spoke out in defence of convicted kiddie fiddler Imran Ahmad Khan, former Tory MP, suggesting that Khan had seen a miscarriage of justice. Literally just after I put up that video, news came out that Imran Khan had been sentenced. Previously he was waiting to be sentenced. He had been found guilty, but sentencing was delayed. I presume the courts favour him so he could get his affairs in order before being sentenced. Well, Imran Ahmad Khan, the convicted kiddie fiddler who's apparently seen a miscarriage of justice, or so says someone who didn't even hear the witness testimonies in a courtroom, but thinks he knows more than the jury, now had sentence passed at Southwark Crown Court. Mr Justice Jeremy Baker, who passed sentence, said that Khan hadn't shown any remorse for what he had done, and that the victim, who was 15 at the time, had been profoundly psychologically affected by Khan's actions, adding that the only regret you feel is towards yourself for having found yourself in a predicament you face as a result of your actions some 14 years ago. The jury at Khan's trial heard he had forced the boy to drink gin at the party in Staffordshire, then dragged him upstairs and asked him to watch pornography before assaulting him. The victim, now 29 years of age, told the court that he was left feeling scared, vulnerable, numb, shocked and surprised after Khan touched his feet and legs and was within a hair's breadth of his genitals. The court heard how the boy originally made a complaint in 2019 but later retracted his agreement to pursue the matter. But when the victim learned of Khan standing in the 2019 general elections, the memories came flooding back and he decided to make a new complaint and follow through with it. Khan was said to have remained impassive throughout his sentencing. Sitting in the dock, he looked straight ahead, while his victim sat behind him in the public gallery. The judge noted that Khan had remained remorseless throughout the trial and said the only sorrow he'd shown had been for himself and his reputation. Reading an impact statement in court, Khan's victim said he had had suicidal thoughts and had suffered difficulties in his relationships and at work due to the assault. Because of this assault throughout my teenage years, I found being touched in any way difficult, he said. My mental health has deteriorated rapidly since deciding to come forward and having to constantly relive an event I tried to bury for such a long time. I have struggled with the guilt of dragging my family back into a horrible ordeal that they would rather forget, and watch them struggle with their own guilt for allowing that man into the house. In mitigation, Khan's defence lawyer, Gudrun Young QC, said the former MP had gone from high public office to being utterly and completely disgraced, with his life and career in ruins, shamed and humiliated at every turn. To say his reputation is in tatters does not do the matter justice. It has been completely destroyed, she said. Mr Khan's fall from grace has been spectacular. He will always be known as the disgraced former MP, and he will take that to his grave. Justice Baker said there was a significant degree of brutality in the lead up to Khan's assault on the teenager, adding that I am satisfied the complainant was particularly vulnerable. Not only was he 15 years of age at the date of the offence, but I accept his mother's description that he was not very worldly and very young for his age. The judge told Khan, although it may well be, over the years, you had let yourself believe you had got away with having committed this offence, I'm sure you were aware from the outset there was a risk that one day there would be a day of reckoning. But Mr Justice Baker went on to say that he did not consider Khan's offence to be sufficiently severe enough to place the assault into the most severe category. As he was told of his custodial sentence, Khan remained emotionless, calmly getting to his feet as he was then escorted from the court, during which his victim kept his eyes locked on the back of the ex-MP's head. Former Conservative MP Imran Ahmad Khan was sentenced to 18 months for sexually assaulting the then 15-year-old. Now, I've not seen yet whether he has to serve the full sentence or half the sentence, but either way, as someone convicted of sex offences against a child, I would say that he deserves far, far more than that. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.